Hello and welcome to the session on damped harmonic motion. Before discussing the damped harmonic motion, first we should get an idea about the damping force. In the case of a simple pendulum, the amplitude of an oscillating simple pendulum decreases gradually with passage of time. This is due to the opposing forces like frictional force, air resistance, etc. acting on it. Such frictional forces acting on a body which opposes its direction of motion is called damping force. Damping force. Damping forces are the frictional forces acting on a body which opposes the direction of motion of the body. This force reduces the velocity and kinetic energy of the moving body. Hence, the force is also called retarding force or dissipative force. Examples for damping force are viscous force, frictional force, etc. If the velocity of the body is small, then the damping force is proportional to the velocity of the particle, that is F is proportional to minus V. That is F is equal to minus gamma into V, which is equal to minus gamma into dx divided by dt. Negative sign shows that the damping force decreases the velocity. Gamma is a positive constant called damping coefficient. By Newton's second law, F is equal to m into dV divided by dt. Therefore, m into dV divided by dt is equal to minus gamma into V. dV divided by dt plus gamma divided by m into V is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 1. Let tau is equal to m divided by gamma, then dV divided by dt plus 1 by gamma into V is equal to 0. dV divided by V is equal to minus dt divided by tau. Integral from V0 to V dV divided by V is equal to minus 1 by tau into integral from 0 to t dt. Let it be equation number 2, where V0 is the velocity at t equal to 0. Integrating equation 2, log V between the limits V0 and V is equal to minus 1 by tau into t between the limits 0 and t. Log V minus log V0 is equal to minus t by tau. Log V by V0 is equal to minus t by tau. V is equal to V0 e raised to minus t by tau. Let it be equation number 3. Hence, the velocity decreases exponentially with time. The constant 1 by tau is equal to gamma by m, which is the resistive force per unit mass per unit velocity, and is often denoted by 2k, where k is called the damping constant of the medium. Equation 3 shows that the velocity is damped with time constant tau. When t is equal to tau, V is equal to V0 e raised to minus 1, which is equal to 1 by e V0 is equal to 0.368 into V0. Using this, we can define the time constant or relaxation time tau as the time in which the velocity of the oscillating particle falls to 1 by eth of its initial value. The variation of velocity V by V0 with time t is as shown in the figure below. The kinetic energy of the particle at any instant is k. K is equal to 1 by 2 m v square, which is equal to 1 by 2 m v0 square e raised to minus 2t by tau, which is equal to k naught into e raised to minus 2t by tau. Hence, kinetic energy also decreases exponentially with a relaxation time tau by 2, which is half that for velocity. This is because k into E is proportional to velocity square. Equation 3 can be written as dx divided by dt is equal to V0 into e raised to minus t by tau. Integrating, we get x is equal to minus V0 into e raised to minus t by tau plus c, where c is a constant of integration. When t is equal to 0, x is equal to 0 and c is equal to V0 into t. Then x is equal to V0 into t into 1 minus e raised to minus t by tau. When t tends to infinity, e raised to minus t by tau tends to 0, and hence x tends to V0 into tau. Hence, the maximum value of x is the distance that would be covered by the particle in a time if its velocity remained constant at its initial value V0. Damped harmonic motion. If a particle executes a harmonic motion of gradually decreasing amplitude under the combined action of a restoring force and a damping force, then this motion is called harmonic oscillation and the oscillator is called damped harmonic oscillator. Differential equation for damped harmonic oscillation. The damped harmonic oscillator is under the action 1. A restoring force proportional to its displacement from the mean position given by minus Cx. Negative sign shows that the force is opposite to the displacement. And 2. A damping force proportional to the velocity given by minus gamma into dx by dt. Negative sign shows that the force is against the velocity. The total force acting on the oscillator is F is equal to negative of gamma into dx by dt plus Cx. Negative sign shows that the force is opposite to the displacement, but F is equal to m into d square x by dt square. So, the equation of motion of a damped harmonic oscillator is m into d square x by dt square is equal to minus gamma into dx by dt minus Cx. D square x by dt square plus gamma by m into dx by dt plus c by m into x is equal to 0. Let gamma by m is equal to 2k and omega naught square is equal to c by m. D square x by dt square plus 2k into dx by dt plus omega naught square x is equal to 0. Let it be equation number 1. K is the damping constant and omega naught is the natural angular frequency of the oscillator in the absence of damping. Equation 1 represents the differential equation of damped simple harmonic motion. Solution of the differential equation. Let a possible solution of equation 1 be x is equal to a into e raised to alpha t, where a and alpha are constants. Differentiating twice and substituting the values of dx by dt and d square x by dt square in equation 1, we get alpha square plus 2k alpha plus omega naught square into e raised to alpha t is equal to 0. Alpha square plus 2k into alpha plus omega naught square is equal to 0. Therefore, alpha is equal to minus k plus or minus square root of k square minus omega naught square. Let it be equation number 2. So, the solutions of equation 1 are x is equal to a1 into e raised to minus k plus square root of k square minus omega naught square into t, and x is equal to a2 into e raised to minus k minus square root of k square minus omega naught square into t. The equation is a linear one and hence the linear sum of the two linearly independent solutions of the equation is the most general solution of equation 1. X is equal to a1 into e raised to minus k plus square root of k square minus omega naught square into t plus a2 into e raised to minus k minus square root of k square minus omega naught square into t. X is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 e raised to square root of k square minus omega naught square into t plus a2 into e raised to minus square root of k square minus omega naught square into t. Let it be equation number 3, where a1 and a2 are constants which depends upon the initial conditions of motion. The quantity square root of k square minus omega naught square is imaginary, real or 0. It depends on the relative values of k and omega naught. If k less than omega naught, then square root of k square minus omega naught square is imaginary and it is called underdamped case. When k greater than omega naught, the case is called overdamped, and when k is equal to omega naught, the case is critically damped. Case 1, overdamping. In the case of high damping, k greater than omega naught, then square root of k square minus omega naught square is equal to beta is a real quantity. So, from equation 3 we have x is equal to a1 into e raised to minus of k minus beta into t plus a2 into e raised to minus of k plus beta into t. Since k is greater than beta, both quantities on right hand side decrease exponentially with time and the motion is non-oscillatory, shown by the curve on. Such a motion is called dead beat or a periodic. Examples are 1. Deadbeat galvanometer, 2. A pendulum oscillating in a viscous fluid like oil. Case 2. Critical damping. If k is equal to omega naught, square root of k square minus omega naught square is equal to 0, then from equation 3, x is equal to a1 plus a2 into e raised to minus kt is equal to c into e raised to minus kt, where c is equal to a1 plus a2. In this equation, there is only one constant, and so it does not provide us the solution of differential equation 1 of second order. Let square root of k square minus omega naught square is equal to h, which is a small quantity. Substituting in equation 3, x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 e raised to ht plus a2 into e raised to minus ht, which is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 into 1 plus ht plus etc. plus a2 into 1 minus ht plus etc. x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 plus a2 plus h into a1 minus a2 into t. Let it be equation number 4. Neglecting terms containing higher powers of h, x is equal to e raised to minus kt into p plus qt, where p is equal to a1 plus a2 and q is equal to h into a1 minus a2. At time t is equal to 0, let the displacement of the particle be x is equal to x naught and the velocity be v naught. Then from equation 4, x naught is equal to p and dx divided by dt is equal to e raised to minus kt into q plus e raised to minus kt into minus k into p plus qt. When t is equal to 0, v is equal to v naught. V naught is equal to q minus kp is equal to q minus kx naught, or q is equal to v naught plus kx naught. Therefore, x is equal to x naught plus v naught plus kx naught into t into e raised to minus kt. This equation shows that initially the displacement increases due to the factor x naught plus v naught plus kx naught into t. But as time passes, the exponential term becomes relatively more significant and the displacement returns back quickly to its equilibrium position and the oscillatory motion does not just occur. Such a motion is called critically damped or just a periodic or non-oscillatory, shown by the curve 2 and in figure 1. This case is applied in pointer type galvanometer, where the point moves at once and stays at the correct position without oscillations. Case 3. Under damping. When k is less than omega naught, the damping is very low. K is less than omega naught, then square root of k square minus omega naught square is imaginary. Then square root of k square minus omega naught square is equal to square root of minus 1 into omega naught square minus k square is equal to I into square root of omega naught square minus k square is equal to I omega, where I is equal to square root of minus 1 and omega is equal to square root of omega naught square minus k square, which is real quantity. Equation 3 can be written as x is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 e raised to I omega t plus a2 e raised to minus I omega t, which is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 into cos omega t plus I sin omega t plus a2 into cos omega t minus I sin omega t is equal to e raised to minus kt into a1 plus a2 cos omega t plus I into a1 minus a2 sin omega t. As x is a real quantity, a1 plus a2 and I into a1 minus a2 must be real quantities. This means a1 and a2 are complex quantities. If a1 plus a2 is equal to a naught sin phi and I into a1 minus a2 is equal to a naught cos phi, then x is equal to a naught into e raised to minus kt sin omega t plus phi. This equation represents a damped harmonic motion with amplitude a naught into e raised to minus kt. The motion is oscillatory or ballistic, whose periodic time is given by t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega into 2 pi divided by square root of omega naught square minus k square. Hence, the effect of damping is to increase the periodic time or to decrease the frequency. If k is equal to 0, that is no damping, then t is equal to 2 pi divided by omega naught. But in actual practice, effect of damping on periodic time is usually negligible in a number of cases, particularly in the case of musical instruments. The amplitude of the oscillatory motion is given by A is equal to A naught into e raised to minus kt, which is equal to A naught into e raised to minus t by 2 tau, where A naught is the amplitude in the absence of damping. When there is damping, the amplitude decreases exponentially with time. The time displacement curve is shown in figure 1, curve 3 for damped harmonic motion. Since the maximum value of sin omega t plus phi is alternate plus 1 and minus 1, the time displacement curve of the oscillating particle is bounded between A naught e raised to minus kt and minus A naught e raised to minus kt. The motion does not repeat as such and hence is not periodic in the usual sense of the term. But still it has a time period 2 pi divided by omega, which is the time interval between successive maximum displacement on the same side of the equilibrium point. Logarithmic decrement. The natural logarithm of the decrement called logarithmic decrement. The time interval between the successive maximum displacements, that is amplitudes, of left and right hand sides is t by 2. Let an and an plus 2 be the successive amplitudes. Then an is equal to A naught into e raised to minus kt and an plus 1 is equal to A naught into e raised to minus k into t plus capital T by 2. An divided by an plus 1 is equal to e raised to minus kt divided by e raised to minus k into t plus capital T by 2, which is equal to e raised to k into capital T by 2, which is equal to d, a constant of motion. Let it be equation number 6, where d is called the decrement, which shows the reduction in amplitude. Now log d is equal to kt by 2, which is equal to lambda. This quantity lambda is called the logarithmic decrement and is equal to the natural logarithm of the ratio of two successive amplitudes of vibration. Knowledge of logarithmic decrement helps us to apply necessary correction for damping to the first deflection theta 1 of a ballistic galvanometer. If theta is the first deflection in the absence of damping and theta 1 the first observed deflection, then we can show that theta is equal to theta 1 into 1 plus lambda by 2. Power dissipation. The amplitude of a damped harmonic oscillator goes on decreasing exponentially with time due to the viscosity of the medium. Since damping force acts on the particle in a direction opposite to its motion, work is done by the particle in overcoming the resistive forces. Hence, the mechanical energy of the vibrating particle continuously decreases and its energy gets continuously dissipated away in oscillation. Let us find the rate of dissipation of energy or its power dissipation. The displacement of a damped harmonic oscillator at an instant is x is equal to A naught into e raised to minus kt sin omega t plus 5. Therefore, velocity of the particle at any instant t is v is equal to dx by dt, which is equal to A naught into e raised to minus kt into minus k sin omega t plus 5 plus omega into cos omega t plus 5. Kinetic energy of the oscillator at any instant t is v is equal to 1 by 2 into m into dx by dt whole square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m A naught square into e raised to minus 2 kt into k square sin square omega t plus 5 plus omega square cos square omega t plus 5 minus 2 k omega sin omega t plus 5 into cos omega t plus 5. Let it be equation number 1. Potential energy is given by u is equal to 1 by 2 into c x square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m into omega naught square into x square, which is equal to 1 by 2 into m into A naught square into e raised to minus 2 kt into omega naught square sin square omega t plus 5. Let it be equation number 2. The average total energy for a period is equal to the sum of time average of kinetic and potential energy. If the amplitude of oscillation does not change much during one cycle of motion, then the factor e raised to minus 2 kt may be taken as constant. The average value of sin square omega t plus phi, cos square omega t plus phi and 2 sin omega t plus phi into cos omega t plus phi for a period are 1 by 2, 1 by 2 and 0 respectively. Hence, the average kinetic energy of the oscillator over one cycle is equal to 1 by 2 into m a naught square into e raised to minus 2 kt into k square into 1 by 2 plus omega square into 1 by 2, which is equal to 1 by 4 into m a naught square into omega square e raised to minus 2 kt, as k is very less than omega square. Average potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 into m a naught square into e raised to minus 2 kt into omega square, because omega is approximately equal to omega naught for low damping. Therefore, average total energy of the oscillator at any instant is E is equal to 1 by 2 into m a naught square into omega square e raised to minus 2 kt is equal to E naught into e raised to minus 2 kt or E naught into e raised to minus t by tau. Let it be equation number 3. Therefore, average power dissipation is equal to rate of low energy. P is equal to minus dE divided by dt, which is equal to m a naught square into omega square k e raised to minus 2 kt, which is equal to 2 into ke, which is equal to E by tau. Let it be equation number 4. The dissipation of energy is due to the work done against the damping force gamma into dx by dt. The same equation we will get for the power dissipation if we calculate the negative value of the average rate of work done by this force, that is gamma into dx by dt whole square. The energy dissipated appears in the form of heat in oscillating system. Another method, total energy E is proportional to a naught square into e raised to minus kt the whole square. The energy at any instant t is Et is equal to C into e raised to minus 2 kt, where C is a constant of proportionality and is independent of time. The energy of the oscillator after one full cycle is E t plus t is equal to C into e raised to minus 2k into t plus t, which is equal to E t into e raised to minus 2 kt. Therefore, average power dissipation is equal to energy loss in one period divided by time period, which is equal to E t minus E t into e raised to minus 2 kt divided by t. If k is small, then P is equal to E t minus E t into 1 minus 2 kt all divided by t, which is equal to 2k into E t, which is equal to E t divided by tau. Quality factor Q. Quality factor or figure of merit of a harmonic oscillators is used to represent the efficiency of an oscillating system. The quality factor of an oscillator is defined as 2 pi times the ratio of energy stored to the average energy loss per period. Q is equal to 2 pi into energy stored divided by energy on per period. Q is equal to 2 pi into energy stored divided by energy loss per period, which is equal to 2 pi into E divided by Pt, which is equal to E omega divided by P, where omega is equal to 2 pi divided by T. Q is equal to omega into tau, where P is equal to E by tau. Let it be equation number 1. Q is a dimensionless quantity. In the case of low damping, Q is equal to omega naught into tau, but omega naught is equal to square root of C by m and tau is equal to m by gamma. Hence, Q is equal to square root of Cm divided by gamma. If Q is high, then the damping of the oscillating system is low. Thus, Q is a measure of the extent to which oscillator is free from damping. For an undamped oscillator, gamma is equal to 0, so that Q is infinite. The energy of the oscillation E is equal to E naught into e raised to minus t by tau decrease to e raised to minus 1 of its initial value in the time tau, and during this time the oscillator performs omega naught tau divided by 2 pi oscillations and the phase of the oscillator changes by Q. Hence, Q factor can also be defined as the phase change brought about in the oscillator in the time taken by its energy to fall to 1 by eth of its initial value. Problems. A tuning fork of frequency 400 Hz has a quality factor of 6.6 into 10 raised to 4. Find the time after which its energy becomes 1/10th of its initial value. Answer. Energy is equal to E naught into e raised to minus 2 kT, which is equal to E naught into e raised to minus t by tau. When energy becomes 1/10th of its initial value, E naught by 10 is equal to E naught into e raised to minus t by tau, that is 10 is equal to e raised to t by tau, that is t by tau is equal to log 10, which is equal to 2.302. So, t is equal to 2.302 into tau. But tau is equal to q by omega, which is equal to q by 2 pi n, which is equal to 6.6 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 2 into 3.14 into 400. T is equal to 2.302 into 6.6 into 10 raised to 4 divided by 2 into 3.14 into 300, which is equal to 60.48 seconds. Let me summarize this session. Frictional forces acting on a body which opposes its direction of motion is called damping force. If a particle executes a harmonic motion of gradually decreasing amplitude under the combined action of a restoring force and a damping force, then this motion is called damped harmonic oscillation, and the oscillator is called damped harmonic oscillator. The differential equation of a damped harmonic oscillation is given by d square x by dt square plus 2k into dx by dt plus omega naught square x is equal to 0, where k is the damping constant and omega naught is the natural angular frequency of the oscillator in the absence of damping. Quality factor Q of a damped harmonic oscillator is a measure of the extent to which oscillator is free from damping. Now, you can try to answer the questions given here. First one, write down the differential equation of damped harmonic oscillations. Second one, what is a damping force? Give examples. Third one, explain power dissipation. Fourth one, define quality factor Q. Fifth one, what is the effect of quality factor in an oscillator? Now, you can go through these books for reference. First one, Principles of Engineering Mechanics, Millards F. Beatty, 2006. Second one, Physics for Scientists and Engineers, Survey Raymond A. Jewett, John W. 2003. Thank you for watching this program. We can meet again with another topic. Till then, take care.